Welcome back to the Formula Student Sim Racing Series. It's the first time it's ever happened. There was a blue screen, and as a result, we are now with you via a different link. Thank you for those that have immediately got back onto this. So Oliver, Surrey's got this. Thank you to Oliver. Polar Bear 071, Surrey's gonna cook. Thank you to Polar Bear 071. Kenchukaru Ayogo Eze. I'm so sorry for what looked to be the mispronunciation of your name there, but thank you for coming to find us. Foxfire, come on York. DK, come on Surrey. Frantoke, go UGR. We apologise for the technical issues. Suleiman Hussein saying RIP Monty. He will be back. He will be joining us. There's a rather sad looking Monty here, I'm afraid. Monty, I do apologise. Are you all right? Are you okay?
I'm okay. I'm just miffed. Blue screen of death, everyone, on the streaming computer. I'm so sorry that's happened. And for top luck, I come back and it's like, oh, your stream's done now. So I can't even restart it. So guys, copy and paste that URL to all of your friends. We're now having to finish off the stream on a completely different link. Get that shared. Let's get everyone back and let's go for a second race. Speaking of which, the grid's now formed. Shall we go and see who our protagonists are for the second race, guys?
Drivers.
Let's get it in there and let's go. Line up on the grid then for part 2 of tonight's coverage of the Formula Student Sim Racing Series. Giles, Jess and Monty with you here in the commentary box. And on pole, it is the University of Leicester. Vigo rounding out the front row then. Meanwhile, a university that I don't recognise here. Who is this, Monty? It is
that is one of our Joker. That's one of our Joker teams. I'm just trying to figure out. That's number 49. That is
49.
Yeah, Hochschild Campus Vine. Oh, I said that wrong. I do apologise, but they are one of our Joker drivers. Carry on, Giles. Go through the grid.
One of the Jokers there in 3rd. In 4th, it's Southampton, our old favourites. Queen Mary in 5th. In 6th, it's Bolton. University Hertfordshire's A-team in 7th. Commentary A-team in 8th. Surrey in 9th. Exeter in 10th. In 11th, it's Cardiff. In 12th, it's Hull again. Meanwhile, what is that? Southampton? What is that?
Sussex.
Sussex. They are in the 13th. Meanwhile, Glasgow's A-team in 14th. De Montfort in 15th. Hong Kong Polytechnic in 16th. In 17th, it's Delft. In 18th, it's Hull Alumni, is that? Meanwhile, University Glasgow's B-team in 19th. And University of Strathclyde A-team in 20th. Here come the lights. Here come the revs. We're about to go racing again for 15 minutes. We're going racing again. And off we go. And University of Leicester get an absolutely barnstormer of a start off the line, leaving Vigo in the dust to contend with a VN, who are on the charge from Germany, and they go up into 2nd place, into the right-hander of turn 1, plenty into the gravel. Someone's facing the wrong way. It's happened immediately, but that is a very clean start for the front runners. The back runners, though, having an absolute disaster, and that is what is that? Exeter's B team, Hong Kong Polytechnic, Hull A and Hertfordshire A all down at the back there. Disasters for several teams, including several one-driver entries. Meanwhile, Delft up into 8th. That's their best position thus far on the Sim Racing Series. University of Leicester are in 1st place. VN from Germany. I believe it's VN because when I pronounce a Wankel engine, I'm told it's supposed to be Wankel. So I would assume in German, a W is pronounced as a V. So VN from Germany up into 2nd place, Vigo in 3rd, Southampton in 4th, and leading at the moment with a gap of a half a second is Leicester.
We also got Greater Manchester and Sussex going for a battle. Sussex is actually dropping down the field, so not a good start from them as they try to make some good progress in the top server. Hong Kong Polytechnic B has not had a good run of form so far, but we've got the top 3 teams definitely closing in right now. But yeah, Delft was started in the back and they're up to 8th.
I've got to correct myself, otherwise I might cause a diplomatic incident. I'd like to correct myself. Vienna is Vienna and is in Austria. It is not Germany. It's not 1939. I'm so sorry.
It's the first race of the first season. New teams. You know, we're getting used to it, guys, okay? We're getting used to it with 30 minutes left to go on the clock. Delft is chasing down Surrey for P7 on the road as we have got this is going to be an interesting strategy, Giles, because it's going to be hardly any tyre wear. Are they going to go full guns blazing for 15 minutes, or are they going to conserve? I don't know. We're gonna find out anyway, nonetheless.
Jess, if I could just interject for a second, if you want strategy, keep an eye on Leicester. Just looking at the board there, they're the only ones running a medium tyre. Everyone else is on hard, so they've got to go and drive away now, build up a gap to try and stop the other cars from coming back to them later when their tyres die. That is going to be the key story for this race, I think. So keep an eye on Leicester and see how they can make those mediums last.
Strathclyde A is also on mediums, Monty, down in 11th place. So keep an eye on Strathclyde to see where they can climb through the order. As we've got Southampton and Queen Mary twitchy position. Southampton up to 4th, Queen Mary down to 5th. But look at those train of cars that we're seeing in turn 1. As we had a spinner, someone almost got caught off guard there. As we've got Hertfordshire A chasing down Cardiff. Cardiff up now into 13th as been they're passing Hull Alumni at the moment. This is great to see, Giles. The top two in the championship going full guns blazing here in race 2.
Wonderful stuff then. Queen Mary on the charge, hunting down Southampton in 4th, getting very, very close indeed as they outbreak Southampton, braking later into the left-hander. Southampton will know that Queen Mary are there. They just need to look in their rear-view mirrors. Behind them, University of Glasgow's 18 tumbling down the running order. They're off the grid, they're off the track, and everyone and their dog is coming through on them. And that is Glasgow relegated down into 19th position, only ahead of Hong Kong Polytechnic, who are several seconds down. Meanwhile, up ahead though, we've got a massive battle going on. Queen Mary hunting down Southampton, only half a second between the two drivers. Here's then is Glasgow's B team having a battle there with Exeter's B team. As up go Hertfordshire's A team, closing it on Hull. Hull and Hertfordshire's A team battling it out. De Montfort are in the pits already, Jess. That can't be good for De Montfort, surely.
Have they got damage? Because usually in these type of races they wouldn't be pitting, but it might be that they might push the tyres. I don't know. Hopefully we'll get a bit of Hull has had contact with Hertfordshire A team, and Hertfordshire A is spinning. If I were you, wait until the other cars have got past, which he has, and he's almost going to hit the brake marker boards, but he's back on the circuit. Things are going. They were doing so well in the first race, weren't they? They were in 2nd position, and now they're going from hero, Giles, to 0. They're 19th.
Oh, it's a disaster for O'Sullivan from Hertfordshire. Meanwhile, Will Davies in the comments cheering on Exeter's B team. Meanwhile is Surrey, who are hunting. Surrey hunting down Queen Mary. Queen Mary occupied with getting past Southampton until now, because the gap is closing between Surrey and Queen Mary, and Delft are up into 7th. Then they look like they might be on track to capitalise on this. Bear in mind, this is only the 2nd ever race for Delft. As we were saying earlier, quick learners are Delft, and the train is building up now behind Queen Mary as Southampton post the fastest lap, as to Queen Mary, as to Surrey, as to Delft. They are all in with a shout here, bunching up remarkably well,
keeping it disqualified.
Have they, Jets?
Yeah, but somehow they've been disqualified, and the reason why they were in the pits, Giles, because they got drive-through for
Jess, I've got to interrupt you. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. A huge off there for Strathclyde into the wall. Massive damage for Strathclyde. Facing the wrong way are Glasgow's A team as well, and that takes out Hong Kong Polytechnic, I think. And it's all happening, Jess. It's not just. It's not just the. Oh my days. So what I believe has happened there is that De Montfort have become a DNF. Glasgow's A team have taken out Hong Kong Polytechnic and Hertfordshire's A team. Exeter's B team are now in 14th, holding their own rather well. But meanwhile, Strathclyde's B team Strathclyde's A team, had a major off in a big way. So let's just recap, because at the moment, Vienne, which is just really Austrian for Vienna, are in 2nd, but only 0.1 away from Leicester, who are leading. Jessica, Monty's sister, cheering on Leicester in the commentary, in the comments, I should say. Your top 3 remarkably close together. Leicester ahead of Vienna, ahead of Vigo, and that is your top 3, less than a second apart, Jess.
They are very strong drivers, this front 3, including this guy that we're seeing on your screen now, Vigo, who has been very experienced in the sim racing. we're going to see if they could make some ground. Obviously, Vigo got involved in some fights earlier and would definitely like some redemption to try and gain some extra points. Your top three you're seeing at the moment is not the top three you see in race 1, which is going to make our predictions on who's going to win round 1 overall very difficult, because there's certain teams that are in that front half in Server 1 are not in Server 1 for this one. There's one team that is not, but of course York A have got a new driver lineup for this season's event, so of course there might be some races where they might not be in the top server for every race, but we're going to give it all good go to see if we can do it.
Have to jump in here because coming on the left side goes Vienna on Leicester. They dive down to the left inside and they take the position, and Vigo are closing right in as well. Only a nose ahead are Vienna on Leicester, with Vigo right into the mix as well, and that is Vienna up into first place as they head towards the start-finish line to complete another lap. 6 minutes 55 on the clock. Vienna in the lead, Leicester right behind them, and right behind them comes Vigo, who's diving to the outside. Go Leicester, can they get round on the outside? I don't think so on this corner. And they touch, and that's Vienna off, and that's Vienna off in a big way, and Vigo are up on them, and that was going so well for one of our brand new teams here in the Sim Racing series, but Leicester made contact, and that was Vienna all the way down into 7th as a result. Vigo taking full advantage of that. They're up into second, only a second behind Leicester. They will be able to make that up, no doubt, but an absolute disaster for Vienna, as behind them come Coventry, Bolton and Cardiff.
Yes, and we also got Southampton and Queen Mary that are getting close to that train as well due to that contact. So watch out for those two. Watch out for Surrey, not that far behind Dell. I'm excited to see who has taken advantage out of all of this. We only got 6 minutes left to go on the clock, and with certain teams consistently in the top 5 and top 6 or whatever, could this mean that they could score some good overall points for the championship, which will give them a huge advantage heading into race 2, as we're seeing quite a lot of curb being used as we head towards the final corner now. Here comes Surrey, about 6 tenths separating the pair of them. It's going to get very heated between those guys at the moment. Leicester still leads by 1.3 seconds, but we can see Southampton and Queen Mary fighting for the final spot on the podium. Queen Mary goes round the outside of Southampton. Your championship protagonists from last season are going wheel to wheel the opening round of the Formula Student Sim Racing Series 2025-2026, as Queen Mary does not want to lose to Southampton on this occasion, but Queen Mary does it. They're up to 3rd, Southampton down to 4th, but look at Giles, already biggest climber for a 2nd race in a row, and they're chasing down your championship protagonists from last season.
They really are. It's fantastic to see, Jess, and I've got to say, it's rather interesting to see some of the comments coming through. J-Man2005 saying, learn to drive, VM. Second time they've hit us. Some fighting talk then on the stream. Jess, back to you.
Oh my god, I can't not watch this. This is really insane stuff for the Formula Student Sim Racing Series. Doubt that they've got some experienced drivers, and they've also got some new ones as well, and with the hopes of the experienced drivers going to teach the new ones, they're going to be in for a very strong season thus far. Here we go then, as we're about to start the next lap. Leicester is leading from Vigo, from Queen Mary, from Southampton. Cardiff A team doing quite well in 9th, chasing down Greater Manchester for P8. Coventry A not that far behind them in 10th. We got Hull A down in 11th. Polar Bear 071 in the chat. This race is full of action. Yes, it is. It's a sprint race for a reason. Lots of people are going full guns are blazing to try and score as many points as they can. Here we're on board with the team that won Server 2 in race 1, the whole alumni team, doing a not too bad of a job trying to chase down the Glasgow B team for 14th position on the road. Exeter B team doing quite well in 13th position. We can't keep our eyes on a lot of these teams because they're all going for it. Vigo is chasing down Leicester once again, Giles, for P1 on the road.
3 minutes, 15 seconds on the clock. 1.03 seconds separating Leicester and Vigo. This will be a race to the line. Whose tyres are going to go away first? Who's been driving the hardest and putting the most pressure on that precious rubber as Leicester go through onto the final part of their 8th lap, onto their 9th. Meanwhile, here comes Delft on the back end, all over Southampton, but they've got to contend with Surrey mounting the charge behind them as they cross the line to complete another lap. And in they go to the start bit, into the first corner. Turn 1 now, and that is looking to the outside of Delft. It's an interesting choice, and it's not gone very well at all.
Oh.
They ended up on the gravel, and that is Delft down into 6th. Surrey go through, and Vienna, who are trying to recover from that disaster earlier on, will be determined to get through on Delft from Holland.
Yeah, a comeback from Vienna is needed, and it looks like they could get it with the final few minutes of this race remaining. And it's not just battles happening near the front, there's battles happening near the back, because every point counts in the Formula Student Sim Racing Series in Turbo 1. As long as you finish, of course, you're going to score some points. Unfortunately, De Montfort got disqualified. Well, they got a drive-through earlier on, but it was a bit of a shame that they're now out of this one. But we've got people chasing down for the final points paying positions. We also got Bolton being chased down by Cardiff. We've got Surrey chasing down Southampton. Queen Mary have left Southampton for dust, so Queen Mary, I think they're going to be in 3rd place unless they make a mistake. But Queen Mary P3 in both races so far. I will not be surprised if they are going to be challenging for the overall round 1 win and kick off their title defence to a great start. That's my prediction. I think they're going to win the overall round 1 because they got podiums in every single race, touch wood, so far in this series, but they're nowhere near Vigo and Leicester at the moment. And we've got Hong Kong Polytechnic Giles going for the move on Strathclyde.
Yes, we do indeed. That is Strathclyde clinging on for dear life. I think actually that's Glasgow. Yes, it is Hong Kong Polytechnic under pressure then from Strathclyde, who attempt to go round the outside, and it's such a bold move to try on this corner to go round the outside, and they don't quite make it work here, but they have still got the pressure on Hong Kong Polytechnic for the 17th position. You're on board then with the team from Strathclyde trying to get to the inside, well defended from the guys from Hong Kong as they hold the racing line and force the team from Strathclyde to go wide as they search for a way through. Looking to the inside, not quite got it there, getting a bit squiffy now. And it looks to me to be Hong Kong pulling away with it, and I think that might be Strathclyde out of an opportunity to claw up from 18th to 17th. Bear in mind, all top 20 positions are worth significant points compared to the other servers, so every position counts. Meanwhile, here's a whole crowd of cars. It's the battle for second place. Southampton up on Queen Mary. A brilliant move then from a team that have had significant success over the years in Formula Student Sim Racing. And Queen Mary go side by side, and they go round the outside. It's another team trying to get the switch back, and they are one of the very few to make it work. A fantastic move from Queen Mary as they go through around the outside, cutting back to the inside and taking the position from Southampton, putting Queen Mary into 3rd. A train developing behind this battle for the final podium position with Delft, Surrey and Vienna all behind them, lurking in the wings. There's some Austrian going on in the chat that I can't pronounce and won't try to currently. Meanwhile, Vienna have got through, I think. Surrey battling out with Vienna, very, very close indeed. Surrey just ahead though, making every bit of tarmac count there and using the apex to their fullest advantage. 1.8 seconds now between Leicester and Vigo. Leicester very comfortably in the lead here. Meanwhile, Vigo losing the gap. It's not closing any further, and Leicester may have settled into it. Meanwhile, Queen Mary 5 seconds off the top spot, so 4.5 seconds between them and Vigo. So your top 3 seems fairly settled unless Southampton can get through on Queen Mary again. And across the line go Leicester, across the line go Vigo. Who's going to take 3rd? I think it's going to be Queen Mary. They do indeed, and across the line go Queen Mary, Southampton, Delft, Surrey and Vienna, with Bolton following them. Cardiff's A-team in 9th. Commentary's A-team will come across the line to complete the top 10. What a remarkable race, Jess.
I'm lost for words. Another race full of action, and we are back at the Sim Racing Series, and it was really fun to watch, and we've had a chance to see different teams that you wouldn't expect. Shame about Vienna down in 7th, but still for a rookie team, for them to finish 7th in the top server again, a remarkable achievement, I got to say. And good recovery from Doubt to get up to P5 after that instant earlier. Really great stuff. Another team that I think we're going to talk about for a long time in the sim racing series. But we will be chatting to our race winner from Leicester very soon. What a race to unpick, Giles.
Absolutely, it was non-stop action from start to finish, and I couldn't keep up, to tell you the truth, Jess. From fantastic battles, wheel-to-wheel stuff from start to finish, really impeccable driving, a lot of drama as well, some fighting talk coming in from J-Man 2005. Meanwhile, TW, I am gonna try this. We're an international event. I am gonna try this, so bear with me. But TW saying, get Skol 49, Glee, Normal, Reinharden, für die Aussage. I tried. I really tried. We are an international event. I will make every effort to make everyone feel included. So those are the comments that are coming in. Meanwhile, Amelia saying, hype in the chat. Congrats, Nathan. That was an incredible drive. University of Leicester's Racing's official account saying, let's go. DK saying, go Surrey. J-Man 2005, very vocal. He says, let's go, Nathan. And Che says, Queen Mary for the lead in the championship. You called it, Jess, and I do think you might well be right.
Yeah, for P3 in race 1, P3 in race 2. Do the math.
Absolutely. I think if anyone with a GCSE in maths will be able to tell you that those will probably be your overall round winners, but they haven't actually won any race this round. The winners of this race were Leicester, and we'll be able to get hold of them as soon as we possibly can. So do please bear with us as we attempt to track down the driver from Leicester to put them here in the virtual commentary box. Meanwhile, Jess, I've got to say that was some remarkable racing going on between, I think, was it Southampton and Vienna that was up front at one point? I thought that was brilliant, and some really bold driving. It didn't quite work out and it didn't end cleanly, but it was very exciting nonetheless.
Honestly, for some drivers, they're into the unknowns. They're definitely trying to gain as lot of experience as they can, and it's normal to make mistakes in the first time of asking, but they're going to learn and grow ahead of round 2 and round 3 potentially as well. And that's the whole point of sim racing. You learn as well, and even if you get involved in an incident and if it's your fault, again, you learn what you need to do better next time, which I think it is very, very important. So the stewards are going to be busy, but if you do get a penalty, please make sure you listen, because it will help you throughout the remaining races to come.
I've just seen comments coming in. So it turned out that it was Vienna and Leicester that were battling it out. Leicester obviously went on to win, but there was a bit of coming together between Vienna and Leicester, I believe. And Vienna has already apologized on the general chat on Discord, saying, sorry, got a bit brave, locked up. Hey, look, if you make a mistake, own up to it, own it, and just be a grown-up about it. And you
owned up, that's the important thing.
Yeah, I mean, as if I could do any better. We've seen my driving over the course of however long I've been doing the commentary here for Formula Student, and a bus might be faster. Hey, put it this way, if you put Dylan Warren in a bus, he'd be faster than me in a Formula 1 car. Meanwhile, we'll be able to get you Leicester in here very, very soon. Keep your comments coming in, please. Nicholas saying, gang, that was not me. I did not kill anyone. Hey, I don't know what's going on there. Make up your minds. Meanwhile, Hazelwood for Leicester will be in here very, very soon. So do stick with us. And thank you for transitioning over to the part 2 stream. We know that there was a bit of a blue screen moment. It's never happened to us before, but hey, we've made accommodations and we've got it to work. So thank you for sticking with us for those that have. Meanwhile, we have got Hazelwood, and he's got a bucket hat. I can already see it. Stay with us. It's moments away. Drum roll, please, if you will. Behold the orange bucket hat of Leicester. Yeah! Look at that, repping the merch. You know what?
I don't even own one. I've stolen this from someone else.
Oh, fantastic. Do you think I could steal one for Glastonbury in 2027?
Ask, honestly.
Hey, Leicester, I want a bucket hat like that for Glastonbury. It's brilliant. Fantastic racing, dominant drive, really well done. Quite different from the full-length race we saw as race 1. Race 2 was a sprint race. How did that affect strategy and your driving?
Well, I think it made it easier. You know, the strategy was basically just go flat out until the end. We realised that mediums would last long enough, which we were surprised everyone else was using hards in a sprint race, which I think it gave me an edge in the first few laps, but I could feel in the last couple they were starting to wear off, like the guy behind me was starting to catch up, but I think I managed to adapt to that, and I found a couple more tenths and it was enough to just get me back to the end.
Honestly, I've been fair play driving like that on empty tyres. Not the tyres can be empty, you know what I mean. So there was a moment, we think, I mean, it's difficult to remember because it was so rapid. I think there was a bit of wheel-to-wheel with Vienna. Was that the case?
It happened a couple times. One of them, I think, we take different lines through the second to last corner. They just converged. Like, I'm not too bothered about that one. The second one, I want to look at it again. You know, it felt to me like he came off the brake pedal and missed the corner, but it could just be that he locked up. You know, it could have been a mistake. I don't know.
The comments on the stream we're seeing are that it was too brave and it was a lockup, is what we've been reliably informed.
I mean, you know, if he locked up, that's an honest mistake. I can't say much to him about that.
Yeah, fair enough. So Leicester very clearly coming at it with all guns blazing this season. What's your driver lineup like? How many drivers have you got? Is there every intention to be taking the fight to the big guns?
I mean, you're looking at driver F there, Giles, so that should give you an idea of how serious Leicester are taking this.
I'm only driver F because I was the last person to get signed up.
There's about 6 or 7 drivers, Giles, that are racing for Leicester this season. That's how serious they're taking it.
F in the chat, guys. F in the chat. So how do you guys, with that many drivers, how do you decide who's doing what round and what race?
Well, we all have different strengths and weaknesses, so it's sort of we'll spend the first couple of weeks of the rest of the rounds are like a month between them, so we can spend a good fortnight doing practice, figuring out who actually understands the combination. Like the first time I drove this combination, I was struggling with it, but you know, one of our teammates is amazing at setup work. Like, big shout out to Hugo if you're watching. Your setups are amazing. I would not have won that if it wasn't for you.
Hugo.
It just goes to show that even in virtual sim racing, setup makes all the difference.
Yes, absolutely.
So with a team of 6 drivers, how many additional members of the sim racing team have you got to handle the engineering challenges? I imagine the drivers will be contributing, but have you got additional members as well?
Yeah, I mean, 6 normal drivers, and then there's a good 2 or 3 other people who can contribute and, you know, put laps in and offer sort of advice. So I think we've got a solid chance. We did quite well last year from what I understand, and now we've got more people to work on it. I don't see why we can't do any better.
I'm properly looking forward to seeing it. I'm and I always ask this because I'm an engineer myself. How is the team doing with the actual car? I know that is it the case that Leicester do a 2-year design cycle, or will you be taking a car to Silverstone hopefully in 2026, or is it 27 that we'll see you guys back again?
The aim, as far as I'm aware, is to get a car for this year, and the last month or so has looked fairly promising.
Excellent.
So
what can you tell us?
We should be at Silverstone with a car.
What can you tell us?
I only joined the team 2 months ago. I can't say very much.
Oh, bless you. Okay, genuinely, one of the teams that we love here. We love all the teams, but we've loved seeing Leicester come through with simplistic design that is incredibly effective over the past couple of years, and fingers crossed for you heading out on track in 26. Please make sure we're still on the emailing list for your newsletter, and any videos that you can send us for the Formula Student News, drop us a line as well. Love to hear from you.
Will do.
Just a final one from me as well then. I have to say I'm getting a bit used to this. This is a bit of deja vu from Rye House going on last month, but watching you drive away this time tonight. Firstly, congratulations. That's the first ever time that Leicester has won an FS Sim Race Series race in a couple of years of participating, so massive accolade there. And you are correct, Leicester were the only non-Scottish team to win an engineering challenge last year as well. So what's the championship target? Top 5?
No idea. I thought today...
I love the honesty of that. Oh, you know.
I love it.
That's
I
brilliant.
thought this
I'll
was
just
going to
drive.
be one of our weaker rounds, and I've ended up winning the sprint race, so
Well, that's
who
obvious.
knows?
Just
That's
shows
obvious.
anything could happen.
Yeah.
And Monty,
but...
and Monty, it also shows that they're one of the teams that can pull off their Joker and do it well. One question from me: what decided for your team to use your Joker tonight?
The fact that none of us felt very comfortable on the combination, so we thought give ourselves the best chance we can at getting some decent points.
And it worked.
Yeah.
So well done.
Good strategy.
Thank you
It
very
worked
much.
out well. Congratulations.
Really paid,
Nice win there.
that's really paid off. And I think, oddly enough, I think it might be one of the only teams who ran their Joker tonight where it's paid off in a big way points-wise. If my honest assessment is given, not that anybody asked for it, but there it is. I think that's worked out really well for you guys. From a round that you were expecting not to do well on to winning, that's exactly what the Joker is there for. So congratulations on that one. How are you feeling for the next race?
Is next race Mazda's?
Monty,
I don't know, Monty.
Oh, the line caller. I haven't got my rules and regulation book up because
I do
blue
have the
screen of
regulation
death.
book, and I should find it.
You do have the regulation book. Come on, guys. We all know what I'm about to say. Read the rules.
Read the
Mazda
rules.
MX-5's Virginia International Raceway is round 2. So yes, how are you feeling for the MX-5s at Virginia International?
Well, I'm always quicker the less grip the car has, so Mazdas suit me quite well.
Excellent stuff. Excellent stuff. It's been a
Fun
real
to
pleasure
talk
talking
about.
to you. Massive congratulations on the race win.
Thank you. Nice to chat to you.
So there we go then. That is Leicester, your winners for the second race of the evening. Thank you very much for joining us in the virtual commentary box. And again, much the same as Dylan and York, I don't think that'll be the last time that we're talking to Leicester here in the virtual commentary box for the race win. Or certainly they'll be in the top 3 again very, very soon, especially if the lack of grip plays into their drivers coming up in the next round, which will be one of our favorite combinations. We love putting Mazda MX-5s onto American classic circuits, and we've got Virginia International Raceway coming up next with the RX-5s. The last time we did something like this, which was the combination of
One of our favourite races.
A Roval. It was, yes, absolutely, Jess, one of our all-time favourites that we've done on the Sim Racing series. So plenty of that more to come. We're hoping to be able to bring you more the results in both the top server and the second and third servers for you before we close out the stream this evening. Jess, having seen that, who's your tip for the championship? Who do you think is going to take the entire championship this time? Come
Oh
July
my God.
at Williams at Silverstone.
Last season, I definitely had an idea on who I think is going to win the championship, and I gone on and predicted that. Surprisingly, this season I have no idea.
You got on you, and it was a fairly. I don't think it was an entirely left field choice, but it was an interesting choice to go with Queen Mary. But you were spot on. I'm going to put my neck on the line here. I'm calling it. For me, I reckon York have got it.
You think York? I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it because of their consistency. They may not win every race, but I think I'm gonna go with Queen Mary again. It's gonna get the double. Monty.
Yeah, York and Queen Mary were up there for me. I would also like to see Hertfordshire do it, given that they've got some
They
fast
did
people in there.
remarkably well. They were very, very good in the first race.
In race 1.
You need
Yeah,
a bit
shame
more
for the second race.
consistency. You need a bit more consistency there to get some big points out of it. But I think really it's going to stem down to the engineering challenges. That's going to make the difference.
Yeah.
It did last year. Queen Mary won it by 38 points from Southampton. Southampton were disqualified from one of the engineering challenges where they would have scored 45 points. So, yes.
Wow.
I'm going to reserve judgment for now because I want to see what the first engineering challenge batches are like. And I think I'll have a much better idea by round 2. However, in the meantime, I can hear someone munching in the background, which I think means we have a Mr. James with us. Do I hear Mr. James?
Well, you might, but I don't know if everyone else in the live stream will.
Oh, good.
I hope
People in the
so.
live stream, can you confirm if you can hear a James this time? If so, we can actually
Well,
talk
this is the
about
question
server
we-
2 and 3.
we're looking at the comments with bated breath.
Interest. Go
So-
on, chat. Tell us.
Please.
Please tell us
Is
James
there
is
anybody
coming through
there?
this time. Please tell us James
there
is coming through
anybody
this
there?
time. Come on.
Hello.
Come on.
Hello,
Somebody
can you
comment.
hear?
At this point, comment anything.
I'm gonna.
But
Yes,
would be
very
nice
much
to
so.
know whether you can hear James.
Yes, they can.
Yes.
Brilliant.
Way.
Right, in that
So-
case, James, tell us what's been happening in server 2 and 3 during the evening.
Server 2, what I was updating you guys on earlier, for the live stream, of course, that was won by the whole UNC team, the whole alumni team, which I was quite happy to see. I don't think we've ever seen an alumni team win a race before.
And they were doing quite well in Server 1 as well, in the race 2.
Yes, I did see they were doing quite well. I say, but they quite frankly dominated in Server 2, finishing 20 seconds ahead of University College Dublin, who came in second place. Sorry, just double check on that. Yes. And then we had a debut podium.
Sorry, James. It's just I think we've gone from one extreme to the other. Bless your heart. You've gone from no one can hear you to, according to JoJo Scott, you're rather loud. Bless you.
Yes,
You've
it's
got a
like
big-
listening to a megaphone coming through at the moment,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yes,
Who
it's
do you have on the podium?
we had a debut podium for Ghulam Ishaq Khan out in Pakistan.
Hey, let's go.
Very nice.
So-
Congratulations to them.
They did very well indeed. But yes, very very close racing all round. There was a 5-way battle for P2 at one point, and a 4-way battle for P12. It was incredibly close racing. It was excellent to see.
Wonderful stuff. That's really great. What was going on over? Was that server 2 or server 3?
So that was server 2, server 3, race 1. We should make sure I have the right one. Yes. That was Cardiff B. Cardiff B got the race win there, followed by Bath and the new team. I'm having to remind myself who they are.
What number?
Huddersfield, number 66.
I'm under the
Hey.
impression they don't pronounce the H up there. It's Huddersfield, I believe.
So this is just the R team then.
Okay, sorry. Just big up to Cardiff B for that one. I'm
Of course.
not in the studio in Cardiff right now.
Definitely not biased. Definitely didn't win an award for presenting radio in Cardiff this week, did you, Giles?
That may or may not have happened, James. Yeah.
There we go.
I don't like. to
Highly
big up
commended.
myself. Yeah.
Yes.
I got a couple of silver awards at the Student Radio Awards in Cardiff, presenting on Express.
Big
Radio.
up, Giles. Woo.
Exactly.
Thanks,
Uh,
guys. And
Fastest
back to
lap
the important stuff. Yes, fastest lap.
went to Sussex, Team 36. And highest climber awards went to Cardiff B.
Well done.
And what about Server 2 in race 1? Who was the highest climber there?
Server 2, race 1, highest climbers were University College Dublin.
Well done, Dublin.
Ooh.
Yes. Now, race 2, very interesting at the start, because race 1, massive pile-up. More or less what we would expect from, from this series. But an incredibly clean getaway in race 2. I was actually very impressed. York alumni led from the start until 1 or 2 laps in, where unfortunately they span unprompted from the other guy, and then we had to make it quick. There was a last lap victory. Exeter A1, York A P2, Kingston P3, Portsmouth B got the highest climber award. York A got the fastest lap. Kingston got a podium on their debut. And both Vittoria cars ran out of fuel on the last corner.
You're joking.
I wish I was. I'm not so cruel to make that joke.
They did not. So gutting for them. James, thank you ever so much, and I imagine we'll catch you in the next round. Look after yourself, but we'll catch you soon.
Absolutely. See you later, guys.
Well done, James. Thank
Bye,
you.
James.
roving reporter there, James, bringing us all the latest from Server 2 and Server 3. So those are the results, but let's see them on the screen. Let's look at them properly. Monty, what have we got?
Well, Jess, you are reckoning our winner is?
I'm thinking our winner from round 1 is Queen Mary.
Interesting.
Please be right.
Well, I'm. Hang on, I'm not breaking the winner to this music. This is garbage. Let's put something better on.
I was gonna say, what is that?
Slick, Monty.
That's better. Sorry, I enjoy breaking the fourth wall. Right, let's try that again. So, proudly announcing your winners of the first round of Formula Students 25 to 26 sim racing series is, congratulations to Queen Mary University, London. You were spot on there, Jess. A double podium. They didn't win any of the races, but the double podium gave them 100 points. Congratulations. Kind reminder, guys, it's 60 points for a win this season, not 50. That's why they've broken the 100 points mark. Inflation and all that, you know. University of York, A team, second on 90 points. Then it's Leicester. Look how close that is. Leicester third on 87. Southampton on 86. Vigo on 84. Delft in their first ever race, starting from the back of the grid in both races, 6th overall on 82 points. I can't wait to see what they can do over the rest of the season once the other drivers join in. Greater Manchester 7th on 81 points. Hull A on 78 points in 8th. Hertfordshire A. Do you know what? Given what happened in the second race, I'm sure they'll be happy with 77 points and 9 in the end, but I'm sure that they'll be wanting more after this. Surrey as well. Look at that. Yet again, another top 10 finish for them. I've been saying this for the last couple of years. They were always part-timers, and every time they turned up, it was always a top 10 finish for them. So great to see that carry on. De Montfort in 11th. There's a bit of a gap going on here now. So De Montfort in 11th. Coventry in 12th. Cardiff in 13th. Hull Alumni, well done guys, in 14th. Exton 15th. Strathclyde B team in 16th. Portsmouth in 17th. We didn't see them at all, so that was some good results from them in the lower servers. Vienna in Germany in 18th. Strathclyde A in 19th and Aberdeen in 20th. That is your top.
A team in 15th.
That is the A team, I believe. That's a good point. It should have said A or B. I don't know. We're going to have to work that one out post-production, I'm afraid, Jess. But I have to say, huge congratulations to Queen Mary, carrying on where they left off. York A, again, another phenomenal performance from them. Leicester, well done on your first ever overall podium as well in the sim racing series. And Delft as well for getting a top 10 finish in their first ever attempt at the sim racing series as well. Woo-wee, guys. That was a heck of a first round, wasn't it?
Absolutely. We've done literally everything. We've caused a diplomatic incident by misappropriating where Vienna is located. We've had a blue screen. We've had 2 different race winners. We've had plenty of wheel-to-wheel action, and we've also been broadcasting on radio this entire time. So, I think we've literally thrown everything but the kitchen sink at the first round. It's been rather explosive, and we've had a great time doing it. Do join us again next round in December, on the 13th of December, over at Monty, yes?
A bit earlier than that. 15th? So, 15th? Not 30th. I'm not doing a New Year's Eve race.
I said
13th.
13th.
Oh, that makes more sense. Yeah, 13th is correct. Sorry, I thought you said
December,
30th.
We'll have Mazda MX-5s around Virginia International Speedway. We do hope you can join us then. Will Queen Mary carry on their dominance? Will York, Leicester or Vigo challenge them for the championship lead? You're going to have to tune in to find out. But for now, I've been Giles, she's been Jess, he's been Monty, and it's a very goodbye from us.